Let us continue playing Dwarf Fortress. When we last left off, Fortress has gone through a trading period, and so far things are looking quite good, in all honesty. We hope to build some more shell stuff in the near future. We hope to get some of this actual tree fortress built, because currently it's, dwarf height 4, 8, 12, arguably 16 foot tall. We have a slight extension that goes up to 20, but I think from there we're going to try and do some odd things, because I'm noticing that, technically speaking, we could go and build ourselves into a mountain, or at least a hill. Now, strictly speaking, we're not supposed to be underground. However, if the tree fortress were to, well, sort of lead towards a natural cave, which clearly we've smoothed out using our rock and wooden tools, that would be acceptable, right? Maybe? We'll see how I feel about that, in all honesty. But one of the possible plans is to, on the 5th floor, just put a little tunnel area and get ourselves into some of this hillside that we're actually in. We're kind of in a small valley, I guess. Start of a brook, that type of thing. We might be able to make some use of that. In the meantime, they're finally setting up all of the flooring for the secondary dining hall, which is urgently needed. It's slightly bigger than the previous one, and we'll obviously space the tables and chairs out a little better so that hopefully we can fit 2 rows. Hopefully that'll be enough. They do need to, of course, finish it, but that's another matter entirely. Also, we are shearing, and we are milking, and we are doing other things with animals. This is allowing us to have more food. More food means more stuff means more good stuff. And with luck, we may even get some animals slaughtered in the near future. We're still brewing from fruits, and we are going to continue making some easy, some fine, and some lavish meals, just to keep our stocks replenished. Currently he's working on all of our preparing raw fish and things, which is perfectly fine by me. And currently nobody's building the tanning shop because we don't have any tanners. So, thinking about future expansions, as already mentioned, we want to get the workshops indoors, so this extension on the ground floor, admittingly, does also mean we could probably include that little pond, possibly include that as maybe a natural indoor water source, but we'll see how it goes. Clearly no dwarf wants to actually finish this bit of the wall construction because it's just too convenient to have the gap. Oh dear. Oh, it's all about the security. Security. We already know, because we're on an aquifer, that we can't really go down very far, but I guess an aquifer doesn't mean we could eventually build a well if we went and did the whole extension into one of these little areas. We'd then be able to have actual booze. We would have to set it up and make it so it's actually a offshoot of the tree, which is going in there. You know, that'd be justifiable, I think. Maybe. Probably even build actual security. If we actually found some stone, we could actually possibly build some mechanics, put some traps, and actually defend this fortress. Currently, the only protection we have okay. Cave board has been. Oh, I see it. I see this thing. Coming pests in civilized areas, begging for scraps. So, these things. Well, in fairness, we got a lot of dwarves acting in this area. We've got fisher dwarves and whatever else. So these shouldn't be too much of a problem, but they can be a nuisance. And the fact that they're around means we should probably try and get the last of our wagon goods inside if we can. What's actually in there? There are tasks involved with quite a few of these things, so hopefully it won't take too much longer. Oh, also, I did build up some more farm areas, so let's go and put some rye. That's not what I actually meant to put there, is it? What do we got in there now? Finger millet. That's fine. So, no more seeds remaining though. And we're just waiting for the farms to actually get these bits constructed. Oh, that's why. So I've got 2 small farms there because of the thing that's still in the middle that isn't being taken yet. Had to work around that. We should probably think about sending military or possibly getting someone actually hunting these things, especially as it's chasing away our animals at this stage. In fact, yeah, they are starting to cause problems, aren't they? Alright, maybe we want to consider some military in the near future. At the very least, some stuff with kill orders. These things are pests! Alright, hold on. They should not be able to go through these doors. Let's just see. Can they pass through that in that case? They don't seem to be able to. Yeah, so there's some stuff that's gonna start interfering, isn't it? Pain. Also, there's one of our ducks up here. Yeah, it's completely ruined our pasture area. Also. Ah, okay. So, they are being hunted. Which is fine. Suspended construction of the floor, probably because of all of this that's going on. So we can probably go claim that in a little bit. See what happens here. But the fact that the military dwarves are interfering is a good thing. Hopefully, I should be able to get the rest of this unsuspended from this now. If I can work out which bits they've actually suspended. And they are being a nuisance. Yeah, all of our animals are kind of escaping over to there. I should probably see about reassigning them. Or seeing if I can get any of my actual dwarves to go and do this. Oh, that's the problem. If I make them pet passable... Darn monkey things. You're not getting in. And we have another dwarf stuck in a tree. Aha! Alright. Yeah, they're actually attacking our livestock at this stage, which is a problem. Oh, god darn it. Someone let it in. And that spooked all of our ducks. There's another dwarf stuck in a tree. No, that's migrants that have arrived. We could do with a wrestler. Where are you then? Oh, he's over there. Okay, so we have a butcher, cheesemaker, dyer. Now, nothing too special from this, I guess. Guess we just stick on the farming side things. Make you a farmer, maybe make you a tanner. We could do with one. What are you? We actually have a beekeeper. Who is a good shield armor user. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We could do with a beekeeper. Question is, how many of these are we going to get? Hammer Dwarf. Weaponsmith. Not really anything I can do with that, I guess. So clearly I think we're going to have to use these new arrivals as something... Actually, a hospital would be a nice enough area at the moment. 4 anymore? Well, 4 isn't bad. 4 is certainly manageable, and I think there might be a reasonable in number for military purposes here. Also, somebody really needs to dump that corpse. Unfortunately, I don't have a dump site yet. And I can't dig one either, which is rather awkward. So what I'm thinking here is maybe I go and put that here, but I'd have to then go and build the area around the outside of it. So, okay. So let's start planning this out a bit. Because I'd like this to still be the main entrance, but maybe it shouldn't be. B's on the left. We could put it down there, although that interferes with a lot of our other stuff. The area's got to be big enough. I can't really put it in the upper floors for reasons. Goddamn military. Alright. Let's build a wall. We will put that here. Maybe. So it's got to be that wide, if only to deal with, so we can encompass the other stuff. So put another one in here. And then down to here. With the plan being basically that this is our side area here. More beds for the 4 newcomers to basically trade in there. So because of this, we're going to need some military related stuff. So we will need some armor stands, some weapon racks, cabinet, and I think we've got enough barrels for the moment, so we'll cancel that one. And of course more doors, but another no, god darn it, that was not what I meant to do there. Ah, well. Weapon, armor. Some beds. And that'll do for the moment. Well, the good news is the dwarves are deciding to just kill things now, which is somewhat encouraging. Hopefully our idlers will help just get some of our animals back and under control. Hopefully the rest of the building can be sped up a bit. And our ducklings are going wild at the moment, which I don't think is necessarily a good idea. Alright, unsuspend. I don't even know if there were any upper floor bits that were being suspended from all this nonsense. There was, actually. Oh, goodness knows how we're going to get this all back together. Oh, more ducklings have hatched. That's possibly what's caused a bit of confusion and chaos here. Okay, so I think we're going to have to rezone this. Possibly just make that a bit bigger. So pen and pasture, we of course want to put our ducks in. We have too many ducks, I've just realised, so that's possibly what we want to do next. Just get those under control. Duckling, 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 duckling. There's a lot of ducklings. Okay. So I think we kind of in agreement now. We need to get some of that under control. So let us go and make some duck pizzas. Because some of these drakes need to die. But not the females, of course. Unfortunately. Oh god darn it, some of them are damaged. Ah. This infuriates me. Alright. Hopefully the rest of this will be set up at some point, but... Their animals are at least there is an attempt to get our animals under control. There we go, stray drake. You, I think we can mark for slaughter. Oh, that one's already ready for slaughter. Maybe we could slaughter the duckling? But honestly, I feel duckling is not worth it. Okay. Let's just leave it as that. Let's hope some of this gets back under control. Hope some of the things actually remember to get back to where they're supposed to be. Maybe the dwarfs decide to attack these again. Or that happens. Is that a second bunch of those? Or is that the same one? I think that's the same one. We are being overrun with ducks. Ducks and looting people. This is not nice. We're going to have to set some animal traps up, I think. Good news is, apparently the gathering is going okay. That looks like a ghost of some kind. I don't know what it actually is. It's a rat. Rat, ghost, same difference. Okay, the drake has been slaughtered. Good. That means we have stuff. And I think somebody might be cooking with that in a little bit. Make some easy meals. We should also extract from dead animal and butcher a dead animal on repeat, and that should probably have been the other way around. But we'll see what we can do here. In fact, there we go. Some extraction's happening. We'll get whatever meat we can out of these things. Some fat, some tallow. We'll see what happens. Okay, looks like the merchants are going to embark, which is fine by us. Also looks as if we're starting construction on the lower end early, which is okay by us as well. Now we need to grab all the stuff back. Maybe we should just set up a pile for just about everything. Custom stockpile, put that, say, here. And then have that be for pretty much anything. Yeah. Except corpses. And refuse, actually. Now another pile to do exactly the same thing here, because we want to get some of our stuff out of storage. Like, it's not doing us any good it being there. Especially if it's just taking up space that we would otherwise prefer, so... Watch this get filled up with nonsense now. But I think that's probably fine. I just want to get these goods out of this area if I can. the plus side, we are getting some reasonable stuff in, and that's actually some... Ah, that's rotten, that's why. God damn it. Well, at least we get some fish bones out of it. Also, there are going to be no thieves around this fortress. I'm just seeing exactly how... Ah, okay, they're actually getting fighting that one, which is nice. Getting some wrestling skills. They've suspended a lot of these constructions, haven't they? No, that's all good. I think we've also just crippled this one. I don't think we've actually killed it. Nope, we have not actually killed that. But hey, we're going to get to eat monkey soon. And look what they're already filling that with. Nonsense. Although, I've just noticed that they've actually put the hematite in there, so we do actually have some iron available. Might be an idea to see if we can make something with that later. I've also had another thought, and it's only occurred to me just now, but obviously I don't have a way of getting that sorted out, do I? So, upstairs, in the corner. And make sure we build this out of the right materials. But yeah, we do want this to be a barracks. And it does look as if they are starting to bring the animals back to the normal area, which is encouraging. And somebody has dropped some clothing. We do have cabinets and chests and things, but we really don't want our terrible stuff and clothes to go there. Clove industry is one we could technically have a go at, because we do have stuff for that. However... Door. We are going to put some doors in here as well, because we might as well. We want all of our indoor stuff to be indoors. And now that that's been built, we can actually go and build the downward stair. We'll need to do another floor hatch thing as well, won't we? I built this really stupidly. I have built that really stupidly. Alright. Yeah, always plan things. Always plan things. Designation then. Remove construction. We want to remove this bit. Then we want to build another upstairs here. So that's done. They'll demolish that in due course, I believe. Doors are in. So let's actually put some beds in, shall we? Oh, it must be inside, yeah. Until we get the upper bit done, that will not be finished. Okay, the up is done. So build, construction, downward stair, and let's find out where that is. That is there. I did not mean to build that out of that. It's probably having random good materials that are quite close by. Alright, next up we want to build the flooring, and this has got to go pretty much everywhere. Enough oak logs to cover that, and some applewood, and we'll do the rest out of applewood as well. As much as we can, and older. It's starting to get to the point where I think we might want to chop down some more trees. What do you think, guys? I mean, Do we have any great need of these trees here? I mean, they're just resources we're not using. Okay. You've convinced me. Let's chop down all of these lots. All the way up to, say, there. That should do. That should cover our wood needs for a little bit. Alright, meanwhile, beds are being constructed. Let's also go back to chair, table, chest cabinet, just because I want to make sure we have those in that area. Bin. I don't think we need that many doors. We could do with some more barrels, I guess. Barrel and... I don't know, we'll leave that there. I do kind of have some plans, as mentioned, but... Actually, those don't need to be necessarily on repeat. And I think we got some spare ones anyway. Alright, that'll do for now. Apparently I've been supplanted! Who would dare do such a thing? Okay, so he requires a lot of stuff. This is going to be a problem. The main reason it's going to be a problem is because we don't have a lot of stuff. At least not a lot of stuff that we can build quickly. He's going to be pissed off. And I guess that means maybe we want to be building this area. Yeah. I mean, that was going to be the barracks. I guess I'm going to have to build another one to be the Baron's quarters. And what's worse about it, what's so much worse, is that if I could just dig out this area, I'd have this solved. But alas, the only metal we found was that darn silver axe of ours. So I'm going to have to think about this, because this actually could be a problem for us. It's not the dwarves' own making, it's just the Baron will get unhappy thoughts until he gets what he wants. And if we have one unhappy dwarf, we have more unhappy dwarves, and if we have lots of unhappy dwarves, the spiral goes on and on and on. At the moment, as you can see in the bottom right, we have 16 perfectly happy dwarves. We have one happy dwarf, and we have one dwarf who is begrudgingly accepting of things. White is the lowest point you ever want to see things, in which case they're meh, they're neutral to everything. Anything below that, we're looking at unhappy dwarves, and as mentioned, once you have one, you'll get more faster. I don't even know how we can build a tomb for this guy, in all honesty, but we'll see what we can do. At least not quickly, anyway. Alright. I'll have a think about this. I might have to build a silly little extension on the end here just to be the Baron's quarters, or possibly even just his tomb. The problem is, of course, this is our farming area. I have nowhere else I want to build, unless I go and build another area back there. I mean, I've got a door there anyway, so maybe I put that in. Just have the Baron's quarters behind the... Actually, it's not such a bad idea. Sorry, I know I said I was going to go, but if I do this, I'll remember I wanted to build something here, and I might even remember why. I mean, I have no idea how the heck we're going to get this to be good. Unless I build a well. A well with mechanics could actually do okay here. I mean, it's a big room we're building for him, but I've got to get him something, otherwise he's just going to be majorly pissed off. There we go. I'll need an upward stair, which can go here. And yeah, we'll have a go at building him his own bedroom, dining room, whatever room. Hopefully with enough stuff that he'll be reasonably happy with it. Also, I've noticed there is a monkey trying to steal things right there. I mean, right there, sir. Dwarves need to do something about that. Whether they will or not is another matter. Also, we have here... Well, the Baron just wants to fish. I was actually trying to work out what his jobs were or who he was originally. Because he wasn't one of my named guys. Oh, he's a diplomat. He's just coming here for some diplomacy and to relax. Okay, well, that's a new feature, which I'm as I say, I'm a couple of editions behind on Dwarf Fortress. Provided he doesn't turn out to be a vampire, which, I guess being in Outdoors Fortress, we kind of got covered somewhat. Well, we'll see. So, Shadowhawk 2012, and I'm going to say until the next time then. Oh, there's our Baron. So we do have a Baron and we have a diplomat, and yeah, I've been replaced as leader. Till then.